It's actually crazy when I think about how much money I spend on plugins. Hey guys, welcome to my studio. This morning started off quite busy with a lot of organizational stuff, more on that later. Now it's back to working on the track that I started yesterday, and I'd like to answer one of your questions about which plugins I use and why I use them. So that's the project that I've started yesterday, and one of the most used synth plugins that I'm using is Diva. It's by UHE, which is the name of the founder of the company, Urs Heckmann. They're based in Berlin, and it's by far my favorite synth because it combines all of the classic synths in one. For example, in this setting it's like a Moog. It has the 3 oscillators and the filters. And here at the bottom of each section you can change it into another synth, and this gives you also the possibility to combine them. So here I have the dual oscillator with still the filters from a Moog, and I can also change it to cascade, so I get these filters, and here at the back you can change it between analog and digital. Diva is extremely versatile. It has nice presets that are a perfect starting point to make unique and interesting sounds. I'm using Logic, which is really great to make music, but one thing that I don't like is that it doesn't have any step sequencer input thing to make drums in a more comfortable way than just putting in the MIDIs. I know they have this Ultrabeat thing which has a step sequencer, but it's quite complicated and complex, way too complex to do your usual drum things. So I'm using Geist by FXpansion. It's quite straightforward to use. You have here the samples. You can select them for each and every track. For example, here at the bottom is the sub kick. You just draw in and hit play, and it's playing what you've drawn in. What I also like is that you can edit the samples. For example, here I've tuned the kick. You can shorten it and lengthen it. You can invert the phase. You can reverse the sounds. You also have filter settings that I don't really use that often. I like to use external EQs. Waves has a really great collection of plugins. All of them are really awesome. They have nice compressors, EQs, a lot of stuff for vocals, a lot of emulations of old analog gear. But at the end, the one out of the collection that I use the most is probably the most simple one. It's the S1 Imager. It's just really handy to make things white. You just push the width up and just be careful not to go into anti-phase. And to check that, I'm using my next favorite plugin. It's an analyzer by Span. And down here below is the correlation meter. And the correlation meter shows me if it's in the anti-phase or still in phase. It's the most precise analyzing tool that I could find. It is for free, and you just need to change the block size to at least 8000 to make it accurate enough to really see within the graph what is going on. You also get the RMS value here in the corner that shows you the average loudness of your track. It's really handy and nice to have, as well as the max crest factor and of course the clipping. I will show you more of my favorite plugins, but first of all I want to continue working on this track. I think I will start with the arrangement and maybe even do the first mixing session later today. All done with the arrangement. Let me show you a couple more of my favorite plugins. This is the Creative Filter from Sonalxis. It's a very nice filter. It has a good sound to it. It's easy to use, and I use it on almost every track to do automations, filtering pianos, vocals, and all that kind of stuff. You can hear low pass, band pass, high pass. Can set the resonance and the slope, and of course the cutoff frequency, and that's basically already it. The next one is a must-have if you're doing tropical or deep house. It's Korg's M1. It's a very special synthesizer. The sounds are based on samples, and this gives it a very organic sound. I usually go through the presets. You can't really change the sounds too much, but one quick tip: go here onto Program and then onto Browse, and you will have the sounds a bit simpler, because in the Combi menu the sounds are already stacked, and here in the Program menu they're just the sounds on their own and you can apply the effects yourself. The next plugin is from Native Instrument. They have a really nice package called Complete. I have version number 10 at the moment, but I think number 11 was released just a couple of weeks ago. It's a very versatile package with a lot of stuff on it. It's all really great. It has a lot for EDM music, a lot for house music, and also for classic. And basically, if you have Logic and Native's Complete, you can do whatever you want. You have all the tools that you need. My favorite out of all of them is of course the piano plugin that is also sample based, and it has just the nicest piano sounds. It looks quite simple. You have here the reverb section that I never use. I don't like the reverb at all. Then you have the tone section where you can choose between soft and hard, and also open and close the lid. Down here below you can go into the deeper settings and even change the hammer and damper and pedal loudness if you want to. While I'm already here, the session strings that are also in the Kontakt library are really nice and sound quite live. At least for sample-based strings, emulating strings is quite hard. If you have them only in the background, it's totally fine to use them. But if you do a track where they are more in the foreground, it reaches quite fast its limit. You will hear that they are not real strings. These two are my favorite compressors. On the right, the SSL compressor, which is from Waves, and on the left, the Glue compressor. Both are basically doing the same thing and are emulations of the real SSL compressor from the mixing desk. The only thing that I like about the Glue a bit more is that it has this mixing knob where you can do parallel compression with it. If you're just looking for a good compressor, go with the Glue. If you're also interested in all of the other plugins that Wave offers, think about buying the entire package. It's super expensive, but definitely worth it, and the SSL compressor is part of it. I've used quite a lot of reverb plugins over the past years, but since I own the Valhalla Vintage Verb, it is my go-to tool when it comes to great sounding reverbs. It's quite easy to use. You have the decay time and the pre-delay. I never use the mix because I always have it on one of the Logic send buses. You can change the shape, the diffusion, and there is also a built-in EQ to cut out the high or low frequencies. It's also nice that you can change the color from 70s to 80s and to now. These are just really slight changes, but it gives the reverb a little bit of character. The last plugin is also from Native Instrument. It's Guitar Rig. I use it on all of my guitar sounds. It has a lot of nice presets that are a good starting point, and it actually is a collection of plugins, because also in here you have reverbs, delays, distortions, choruses, and all kinds of other stuff that you especially need for guitar sounds. I like to use it also on other sounds, especially on effect sounds. It just makes them a little bit more interesting and more unique than just using a sample. I'm all done with the arrangement on the new track. Today I have to leave a little bit earlier. I have to take care of more organizational stuff for tomorrow. I'm having an extremely special recording session tomorrow. I don't want to give anything away yet, so this vlog will probably end right here. Okay, you know what, I will give away one thing about the recording session tomorrow, and that is the location. It's right behind me.